Ladies and gentlemen, hockey is back!
Get ready to fly!
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Welcome back. Carter Nolan is behind the camera.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, we are back. Season 4. Whew! Preseason games. We got 6 preseason games to cover. This is game 1, obviously, between the Winnipeg Jets and the Edmonton Oilers. And the Jets win 2-1 over the Edmonton Oilers in a shootout, I might add, in a game that I don't think any of us really had circled on our calendars for a victory. I certainly thought that bringing a weaker squad into Edmonton would mean that we would lose. The past 2 years, we have lost game 1 in game 1 of the preseason, especially when we're on the road. Usually preseason games are tougher to win on the road because you send a slightly depleted roster. Keep a lot more of the stars there for the home game. Let's talk about this going into it. Rodrigue and Delia are in net. Both goalies played were quite impressive, actually, for both being penned in as the number 3 goalie on each side respectively. I think Colin Delia had a very good game, and I say this as somebody who definitely slandered the signing of Colin Delia when it happened. I wasn't happy with it. I wanted answers. Why, after you draft Thomas Milic, do you have Colin Delia? I get it. I kind of understand it now. For 1 year, we have to deal with, we have Oskari Salminen and Colin Delia in the AHL, and that's how it's going to look. And then the next year, we can bring up Milic, and I understand, and it's okay. Let's go into this first period. Chibrikov gets rocked early. We're not going to have any live reactions for this game. It's an away game. I'm watching with my family, and it's a preseason game. We do have live reactions for tomorrow's game, which I will be at, which I'm excited to talk about when we get there. But right now, honestly, Chibrikov gets rocked early. Good to see him in the lineup, though. I like the kid line out there. The kid line was fun to see on the 4th line. Wish they got a couple more minutes, and I wish we saw more of them in the overtime period. But I understand you're playing basically with experience over raw talent, and that's acceptable. Back and forth pressure, and then to open the scoring early in the first period, Dominic Toninato scores to make it 1-0. Great, love to see it. Spreads the wickets. It is indeed Tony time, motherfuckers.
And Toninato's got a breakaway. Toninato moves in, shoots and scores!
It's Tony time, bitches.
And yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. Last year, we didn't even score in the first game. We got shut out like 4-0. So to be able to say, hey, we got a goal this game, great. Lambert gets a good chance. The official scoring play is Toninato from Dylan to make it 1-0. A couple great looks. And then Dylan takes a cross-checking penalty. And a couple people didn't like this call, and I get it. However, because it is kind of a weaker call, he's just kind of pushing on him. It's not as much of a push as a hard cross-check as it is more of a push-off. But yeah, no, you do have to call it. And then on the power play, Zach Hyman from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Bouchard will score with pretty much a shot, save, can't corral the rebound, and it's right there and just taps it in. Delia can't get back, ties the game, and then there's a couple more decent looks, and then that's it, 1-1 after the end of the first. Second period, a bit more of a different story. The shot count is kind of still, the shot count for the whole game was kind of in favor of the Oilers, especially towards the end. For the beginning, the shot count was in favor of the Jets. The Jets got a better start than the Oilers. But as the game wore on, the Jets' defense slowly eroded, and I noticed that, and I wasn't happy to see it, but I accepted it, and the goaltending bailed. The goaltending did what goaltending often does for the Winnipeg Jets, and bailed out the defense. Niederreiter gets a holding penalty. Great save on the cross crease by Colin Delia. He was spectacular, honestly, tonight. Kane then takes a tripping penalty to make it a 4-on-4 game, as we were pretty much going to be included for a 3-on-1 rush if he hadn't. Makes another solid save by Colin Delia. Lowry levels Bo Akey. Yeah, physicality was fine in this game. I didn't want to see a slugfest in a preseason hockey game, especially with a lot of rookies out there. But it was proper. There was enough intensity for it to carry throughout the game, which I appreciated. Malott takes a goalie interference penalty, and people were like, I don't get it. Here's the thing. It's completely incidental contact. However, Malott still has a responsibility by being a forward to not let himself to not drag himself into that situation. If you're on the inside lane with the defender and the defender's going across and you're keeping pace with them and making contact with the goalie, that's still your fault. You have to actually have that in, it can be incidental and still be a penalty. You have to have that make that independent awareness around the goalie. That's why they're fucking there. Damn it. I made it far without swearing, but I accept it. DeMello makes a couple really big blocks, shorthanded. Delia robs Kane. And then it's really just bad momentum going into the end of the second period. I thought for the end of the second and the end of the third, the Jets looked gassed out there. They were turning over plays. They weren't getting pucks out. They were just kind of falling back on the shield, if that makes enough sense. They were just kind of resorting back to defending for the last minute or so. We go to the third period, back and forth to start. Akey takes an interference penalty. There's a couple looks, but overall, the power play kind of got less and less aggressive as time went on, as the lanes started to get swallowed up. Delia looks good again. Good try by Malott on a one-timer from Perfetti. Perfetti looks really solid tonight. And then I have written down here, tension in the crease. There's a lot of stress and a lot of tension because the puck is bouncing all over the crease. Can't get the puck out. I'm giving this one to... So for Mike Award for worst jet, shall we say, I don't necessarily want to give it, I'm not exactly for the whole game. However, the third line, the line of the fringe, shall we say, the fringe NHLers of Janssen, Fjallby, Tony Nato, and Harkins struggled massively at the end of the third period to get the puck out. There were some bad turnovers that resulted in Edmonton just retaking possession. So yeah, if I have to give an award for that, which, you know what, as time wears on, I don't like doing more often than not, especially in games where we win, because it's counterintuitive, but yeah, no, if I had to give a critique, it would be them. We do hold on till the end of the third, though, and we go to the overtime, and yeah, no, it's a lot more stress. I thought we were going to lose this game in overtime. We kind of were struggling to get real good zone chances and proper shots on net. Niederreiter gets a fine one, but again, it's just the rebounds popping out and it's chances the other way. Kane misses a chance that goes wide of the net. It's not a lot happens, but a lot doesn't happen at the same time. It's kind of like that environment of anxiety, shall we say, the entire overtime, and it results in nothing. And then we go to a shootout. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins goes first. He gets glove saved by Colin Delia with a windmill. Iafallo comes on, shoots it low pad, and that'll get stopped. Kane comes in, he gets stopped. Then Cole Perfetti comes down, and he cooked. Carter, can we show it? Can we show the goal that he cooked on?
Straight left-handed shot, moves right in, right down the middle, and shoots and scores.
Perfetti comes down, cooks to score, and then Pettersson comes down, he gets stopped, and the Jets win 2-1 in a shootout. And I'm happy with it, honestly. It's great to see, lovely to see. Yeah, I just want to know what your guys' thoughts are in this game, because honestly, there's not high expectations for it. It's preseason, and a lot of our stars are sitting because they're not making the trip to Edmonton. Ehlers was out due to the fact that he had neck spasms. Barlow has an illness, so they were out for a little bit. Carter's giving a weird face, but I'm 100% accurate, so I don't know what the fuck you're confused about. Read the news.
I was not aware.
Carter, what are your thoughts on this game?
And this is how you fucking carry on! Come on! Yeah!
Morning, afternoon, and
My turn, jackass! Sweet! Get the fuck out of here!
What a stop by
Little back hitter, goalies, go home.
So Jets hockey is back. It's been a while. It kind of feels weird being back in the Jets jersey, being used to going to all these Bomber games. Being a great time. Still excited with more to come for that. But we had Jets game today, Jets versus Oilers in Edmonton. Overall, I was relatively pleased. I mean, it was one of those things where it kind of felt like the Jets were going to do the Jets in the sense of get a lead, lose that lead, sit at mediocrity for a while, and then blow it within 30 seconds left in the game. They didn't do that. Tony Donato got a great goal on a breakaway. Perfetti was absolutely cooking in the shootout. And overall, there's not much... not right now. Overall, there's not much to complain about other than idiot friends. Back to the video.
Yeah, there you go. I threw a bone. But yeah, guys, let me know down below your guys' thoughts on this game. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you. And the 3 stars of the game. Number 3, Dominic Toninato.
It's Tony time, bitches.
Number 2, Cole Perfetti.
Yes.
Number 1, Colin Delia. That's a wrap. Let's go.
Connor, the old Spencer Topper. Connor